Hello, I am Anand Singh and you are watching NewsX. So, days after the India bloc partners met the Election Commission, now the Election Commission had made it clear that it will not withstand with the opposition's refrain that the ongoing special intensive revision of Bihar's electoral roll stands to disenfranchise around 2 crore voters. The Election Commission remains steadfast in processing with SIR strictly as per the Constitution and the laws governing voter enrollment. The poll panel informed the political parties that the SIR exercise is being conducted in a planned, structured, and a phased manner to facilitate the inclusion of all eligible citizens. Active participation by over 1,54,000 booth level agents appointed by the recognized political parties across the state of Bihar is also ensuring that the process is happening in a transparent manner. CEC Gyanesh Kumar exhorted all political parties to come forward and appoint even more BLAs to assist the voters in enrollment and make the process fully transparent and participative. The poll panel said that in the first phase from June 25 to July 3, 2025, enumeration forms are being printed and distributed to the approximately 7.9 crore electors in Bihar. Electoral registration officers EROs are making available partially pre-filled forms based on existing records as on June 23, 2025 through the 77,000 booth level officers pressed into action for the exercise, and further over 20,000 BLOs are being appointed. These BLOs are delivering the EFs door to door to all the 7.9 crore electors whose names are on the electoral rolls as on June 24, 2025. In addition, the forms are also available for download on the Election Commission website, and the BLAs appointed by political parties may also submit up to 50 certified forms per day. The Election Commission also said that in the second phase, the enumeration forms will be filled and are to be submitted before July 25. To support this process, volunteers are available to assist the voters alongside the BLOs. It said nearly 4 lakh volunteers, which include government officials, NCC cadets, NSS, etc., have been deployed to make the process seamless for the voters and help the old, sick, persons with disabilities, poor, and other vulnerable groups. It said electors whose names exist in the electoral roll as on January 1, 2003 are only required to submit the enumeration form along with an extract of the roll without the need for submitting any other documents. Those not listed in the 2003 roll will need to submit a document from the 11 documents that have been indicated by the poll panel for their date of birth or place of birth as per their birth date as follows. In the first, it said individuals born before July 1, 1987 to provide a document only for themselves, whereas those born between July 1, 1987 and December 2, 2004 to include documents for themselves and one parent, whereas individuals born after December 2, 2004 to submit documents for themselves and both parents. So these are the guidelines that the EC has mentioned, and it also said that electors whose parents' name were on the electoral roll as of January 1, 2003 need not to submit any additional documents relating to their parents. The Election Commission also clarified that in the third phase of the exercise, running parallelly from June 25 to 26 July 25, the completed enumeration forms will be collected by the BLOs along with the self-attested documents, and also will upload the data through the BLO app SCNet on a daily basis. While collecting the forms, the BLOs will issue acknowledgement receipts to the electors. It said these physical forms will be submitted to the respective EROs or assistant EROs. A facility for online submission of enumeration forms has also been developed to further ease the process for electors and will be available by evening. The Election Commission mentioned that in the fourth phase, the draft electoral roll will be published on the August 1, 2025. The list will include all electors whose forms have been received by the deadline. Names for which no enumeration form has been submitted before July 25 will not appear in the draft roll. EROs and AEROs will scrutinize the forms against the eligibility criteria laid down in the Article 326 of the Constitution, which requires electors to be Indian citizens aged 18 or above and ordinarily resident in the constituencies. It said copies of the draft roll will be provided to recognized political parties free of cost and uploaded on the ECI website. It also said that electors who miss the initial deadline can still apply during the claims and objections period using Form 6 along with a declaration form. It said that BLSO can continue to submit up to 10 forms per day even after the draft roll is published. The poll panel further said that the fifth phase from August 1 to September 1, any member of the public can file claims and objection. During this time, the EROs or AEROs will scrutinize applications and objections in line with Article 326 and Sections 16 and 19 of the Representation of the People's Act 1950. The public can file claim for inclusion or raise objections to existing entries in the draft roll. It said no deletion will be made without due inquiry and providing the concerned person a fair hearing. Daily list of claims and objections will be displayed at the ERO offices and published on the Chief Electoral Officer's website. It also said that the weekly updates will also be shared with political parties and final ER will be prepared after disposing of claims and objections. The Election Commission also maintained that the final electoral roll will be published on September 30, 2025. Hard and soft copies will be given free of cost to all the recognized political parties and published on the ECI website. Any elector aggrieved by the decision of the ERO may appeal to the district magistrate under Section 24A of the Representation Act 1950 within 15 days of the order. A further appeal may be preferred to the Chief Electoral Officer under Section 24B if the elector remains dissatisfied within 30 days of the order. The Election Commission also urged all eligible citizens in Bihar to participate actively in this special drive to ensure that no voter is left out. Even as the Election Commission clarified, the Congress had on Thursday once again hit back at the Election Commission saying that why Aadhaar card was brought if the Election Commission is not going to accept it as one of the identity proofs. It also said that this SIR process is a very big issue in Bihar as several of the voters, minimum of 2 crore voters, will be left out from the voting process in the assembly polls that are scheduled to take later this year. The Congress party also said that it is looking to all the options, whether going to court, whether holding joint rallies with other India bloc partners or protesting against the decision of the Election Commission in the coming days, and the decision will be taken after discussing with all the India bloc partners in the coming days. So this is an issue that has erupted just ahead of the crucial Bihar Assembly polls, where the polling for 243-member Assembly is all set to take place in November and October this year. For NewsX, Anand Singh, Delhi.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.